The 76ers have gotten the job done. They defeated the Orlando Magic, and it was a good game. They dominated the Magic throughout the whole game. The Magic looked horrible. So the Sixers defense was actually solid without Joel Embiid. However, the Sixers do play the Boston Celtics. And before I get into that, let me just give the Sixers some props, okay? This has not been the best season. For a Sixers fan, honestly, the past 3 seasons as a Sixers fan has been horrific, has been hard to watch. It's impossible to watch a regular season when half of your roster is hurt. Joel Embiid was hurt half the season. Paul George was on drugs and was suspended half the season. However, since Paul George has been back, he's been amazing. This is the Paul George that we thought we were going to get when we first signed him, right? He's healthy. He looks healthy, right? That's the main thing. He looks healthy. He doesn't look tired. He's playing great defense. He's going over screens, playing great offensively. I mean, he's hitting his shots. When Paul George is hitting his shots, I mean, I'm not going to say he's unguardable, but he's pretty much unguardable. He's hitting tough shots, contested shots. Now, against the Celtics, I don't want to rely on Paul George hitting contested mid-range shots, right? Because I think the Celtics have a better version of Paul George, which is Jason Tatum, right? Jason Tatum is literally a better version of Paul George. So we cannot rely on Paul George to be the X factor, right? Tyrese Maxey is still that type of guy. He needs to lead us if we have any chance of beating the Celtics. He needs to be the guy to dominate. And Tyrese Maxey can do that. I mean, he's been doing it throughout the whole regular season. Now, he is a bit banged up. I'm pretty sure he has a messed up finger and a shooting finger, which isn't the greatest. I mean, players can play through it, right? Kobe played through a broken thumb, broken index finger, right, on his shooting finger and still won a ring. So it's possible, right? And Tyrese Maxey has done it throughout the whole regular season, man. Joel Embiid was out, Paul George was out, and he was keeping the Sixers afloat, putting up all NBA numbers, putting his name out there for other people to notice him. And this is a series against the Celtics where I really don't think the Sixers have a shot unless Embiid is playing. But if Embiid somehow doesn't play the series and the Sixers actually win, Tyrese Maxey has to be the best player on the court for that to happen. And if Tyrese Maxey outplays Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, I think there's going to be some crazy conversations going to happen after that series. Now, how likely will that happen? Very unlikely. But it's nice to dream. It's nice to think sometimes, right? Like, just to think of what could happen, right? But if Embiid does play, and now we do not know if he can or not, but if he does play, I'm just looking at the matchups. Embiid will have to dominate, right? And I think he will. Naeem Queta is their center, who's a pretty good center. I mean, he's basically a walking double-double. He gives you 10 points, 10 rebounds. He's a really solid center. But Embiid, he can't guard Embiid. You know what I mean? No one in the league can guard Embiid. It all comes down to his health, right? And Embiid, health-wise, I'm pretty sure his knee is okay. I mean, obviously his knee is not 100%. But his knee should be as healthy as it's ever going to be for a playoff series. And I'm an Embiid guy. I've loved Embiid since I was young, man. Like, he's my favorite player. Favorite player. I think he's the best Sixer of all time. He's the most skilled Sixer of all time. But he's also the biggest loser of all time. He really is, man. And I can't give him any more excuses. I can't. He missed half the season 3 times in a row. And obviously the appendicitis, that's a horrible thing that could happen randomly to anyone. But your knee should be okay, bro. You know what I mean? Your knee is okay, right? This is the time where Embiid can actually prove to himself, prove to the haters, prove to the Sixers fans who don't believe in him anymore. Half of the Sixers organization, or not organization, but fans want him traded. They don't even want to see him play anymore. And I understand it. Like, I can't even argue with them anymore because I kind of understand it. He doesn't play at all. When it comes to the playoffs, he barely plays, and he's playing hurt. If he does, it gets to a point where it's just like, damn, I just want to see a full healthy team play. You know, you watch these other teams, these young teams run up and down. You look at the Hornets, they're all playing. They're all running up and down. They all have stamina. They're never, they're not playing through torn ACLs and torn meniscuses. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of sick of that. And I understand for, Sixers fans who are tired of that, I understand it. Now, I'm always going to be an Embiid guy, but I cannot give him any more excuses. He has to ball out, and he has to play. You have to play against the Celtics, man. We cannot beat the Celtics without him. And I said this earlier, for us to beat him without Embiid, Tyrese Maxey has to be the best player on the court. And I just don't see that happening. I don't see Tyrese Maxey being better than Tatum and Brown. It's you know how hard that is? Like, that's very hard to do. Okay? This is where Joel Embiid can change the narrative. You beat the Celtics, who have been whipping your ass throughout your whole career. You beat the Celtics, and then you move on to the second round, and you finally get out of the second round. But it's never that easy. And we have history of never winning. So, yeah, that's probably not going to happen. But one player who can hopefully change that is VJ Edgecombe. I think VJ Edgecombe is just such a good player. I think that's the only bright spot from the season so far is VJ Edgecombe. He's had an amazing rookie year. He may not be rookie of the year, but for the Sixers fans, we truly understand this guy. I wouldn't want any other player. Maybe Cooper Flag, I don't know. But VJ Edgecombe is a freaking baller, man, and he's going to be a future superstar. We see the potential. He has the hard work mode. Like, you can tell this guy's a hard worker. Like, from Summer League, I remember watching this guy in Summer League, and I'm like, oof. I mean, he's solid, but I don't know about, like, a number 3 pick. Then you look at him, first game against the Celtics, his first NBA game, drops 34 points and leads us to a win. Like, that is something that you don't see every day. I'm pretty sure he still has the highest, debut points for a rookie ever besides Wilt Chamberlain. I'm pretty sure he still has that record. Because, I mean, there's no other debuts. Yeah, he has that record. Like, this is a baller, man. And he has the Andrew Edwards feel to him. You know, he has that dog to him. And obviously, he's not a superstar yet, but he will be. And this is good experience for him, especially first round against the Celtics. I'm excited to see VJ play, man. I'm excited to see him compete against Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Derek White. There's just a lot of competitors on that Celtics roster. So, you know, I want to see him compete.
I'll catch you guys in the next one. Drop a like, subscribe.
Right, this is going to be a very competitive series. So, especially with Tyrese Maxey, I want to see Tyrese Maxey fight. He's going to have to go at it with Jaylen Brown, Derek White. You're going to have to talk a little trash. You're going to have to be dirty to win the series. We already know Embiid's going to play dirty. Embiid plays dirty every single game. Even the regular season, he plays dirty. And honestly, that's probably my favorite thing about Embiid. He's not scared to play dirty. And you have to sometimes if you got to win. So, you know, against the Celtics team, play hard, play strong. I'm excited to see what happens.